PM in Tonga with John Pulu.
Si o to ofa Hawaii ki pa moi kakai whanua. We are just a few minutes away from the top of the hour. Ka koe whainga mai rea koe ni te tau ki I ever ki tau tolo across the Tasman to Sydney, Australia. We're joining us right now. We have Sydney-based artist Sisi'uno Helu. She's going to talk to us about a production or performance. It's titled Hikule'o. That's going to be part of this year's Pacific Dance Festival. With that we say, mahalo lele and welcome back, Sisi'uno. Great to have you.
Thank you, Malalele Jampulu.
Malo e tau mau e whia whini, ko hiri whoki ta whaatala no pe whekau aki pia moho o ngahi ngau e maungo o ngā I he ta whaaki koe ni o arts and performance. And you're going to do that this year. You're going to come back to Aotearoa and grace us with your presence. There's a production that's called Hikule'o. Tell us more.
Malo Alpito. Early last year, myself and Tong, he's half part Tongan, his mother is First Nations.
Oh, yeah.
So we met, he's a contemporary dancer, and we created a piece called Anga Anga, and it was part of fundraising for Tonga after the volcanic eruption.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, I said to him, why don't we create a dance group here in Sydney? And it has always been a passion of mine, and it's not the first time I've done this. I've always tried to tell the stories of our ancient gods and stories of our warriors and all of that, etc. So we put together this work last year. A snippet of it was being shown at the Australian Museum in June.
Wow.
And yeah, and then we kept working on it and recruited some more people. Tongans, Havekasipe, but they are contemporary dancers. So, and now we've created this, our group is called Tautahi, which which means we come from a line of seafarers, navigators, and voyagers. And also, and our aim with this group is trying and bring about the telling and the reconnecting and reclaiming of all these stories that we have, I think we have started to forget about. So me and Daniel, if you remember, Pacific Dance last year was held virtually, and we created a piece called Aho Eitu, and it was the promotional video for TEDx Nuku'alofa. And and we just kept going from there. So I think this is one of many productions that we want to create. I think also after Hikule'o, I'm interested in looking at the story of the fish god Seketo'a from Tapu. And so we're so honored that Pacific Dance is including us. And also, it's going to be taken to Wellington as well to be part of Kiamau, the Māori dance festival there. So really, really happy that we are able to do this, because I know our young children, I think, did not get any opportunities, especially growing abroad, to hear these stories. Laki tawa na tupaki tonga, we used to hear kawai koe na whaatala noa kia Hikule'o mohai mo maui mo nini fusiake whanua and all of that. But like as soon as the promotion came out from Dance Pacific Dance, I've been contacted with 2 teachers that are teaching the Tongan language, and they're saying, oh, kids wanted to know who Hikule'o is. And I was so surprised.
Oh, yeah.
And then I oh, these are kids that grew up overseas, and maybe their parents were born overseas as well. So I feel very encouraged when I hear stories like that. So So Hikule'o is a dance piece that brings the story of Hikule'o. She was the goddess for fertility and harvest. And so with that, we bring contemporary and ancient movements, and also some songs we recreate them, because I feel like that minor third and diminished chords, and also the pentatonic scales of our engine music needs to be preserved.
Wow.
And it was
Maria.
very just characteristic of the music of that period here. Ka mahalo pe, it was felt mahalo na e ongo he e ka o misinale oku hangi oku worship e te volo pe oku too expressive. I find yeah, so they tried to ban that, but I think it's a very liberating ongo and yeah, so we try and bring that around. My contribution is the knowledge of the engine music and the history, blah blah blah, and Daniel comes in with when they iloke contemporary dancing, yeah, or and there's about 7 of us, you know, but we're using we're also bringing in another girl in Nusi like Kahiti ko Sia Mula, you know.
Oh, wow. Tō ato pito pako e ria lelei o au ke hanga o whakailonga I mai. Au children pako hako tupu koe ne whonua ko tawanga angina tōl he sio he Disney, ngahi kātūni, ngahi whananga koe ni me he mo ui whakawesi te. Ka koe pe whake tau ngahi tala noa tau tōl me he kōhiri of ancient times. And it's awesome that stories like Maui ko ai mai he kātūni I he whaunga koe ne here uhila. Ka koe ni, you're telling the story of Hikule'o, you're bringing back to life on the stage. If you had a message ki he kauwhanongo, pa moe ka kai whonua, who would you like to, see this story of Hikule'o? He kong mau ke, it's only for 2 nights at the Q Theatre here in Auckland, and you're also going to Wellington, eh?
Ew. I think to me personally, I think it's encouraging our people to reconnect and reclaim ancestral knowledge. You never know pekoe hai benefit te tau ilungi if we learn more how they used to live with the environment. From the ocean, how they treated the ocean, because there were gods that looked after. That had a lot of knowledge about these phenomena. And then the wind and all of that. So somehow if we try and reconnect and reclaim our ancestral knowledge, or might have a different perspective on how we could live in our today environment and society.
Maria, Pito. Koe mea lelei foki, Sisi'uno, you come from a family of knowledge holders. So I'm sure that you've done an extensive amount of work to make sure, that research has been done to produce this work. So I'm just mindful of our time, but this is the Hikule'o production. It's going to be part of the Pacific Dance Festival. The lovely and very talented Sisi'uno Helu is leading the group with some awesome Tongan young performers. Now this is happening this year in June, so which it's not too far away. Vavia pita taimi, I tau te watu ki he Pacific Dance Festival. And the details, I believe, will be on the Pacific Dance Festival Facebook page. Ke mo tok maua e whakaikiki. Otherwise, look out to the Q Theatre, the letter Q and Theatre. Te ke maua e whakaikiki whekau aki pia mo e whoi tala noa maaria koe ni Hikule'o. I can't wait to see it myself. But from us, Sisi'uno, grateful to have you on our Polo Kalama. Always a pleasure. God bless. We're going to leave you now with you're in this performance, the Atenisi